Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be a topic from a subscriber, and they wanted to know how you can move on, how you can take the experience of the narcissistic abusive relationship and move on. So that's the topic. I hope you like it, and as I always say, think about that for a minute. Here we go. I'm going to jump right into it. So how you can move on from the narcissistic relationship. Keep in mind, once you understand that you are with a narcissist, there's a long, non-linear path that you must proceed down. This could take weeks, months, years. Honestly, for some people, it could take a long time. There is no race to get to the finish line. There's no race to get this over with and to have all the answers. I do understand that most everybody on the channel, and thank you for being here, by the way, that you do want the answers, you do want the magic pill, and you want it over with. This is post-narcissistic relationship when you understand everything, and let's say you're a couple months out of it. But you want that magic pill. You just want to erase a lot of things from your memory, and you want to move forward. Unfortunately, this cannot happen. You see, we are human beings, and what we have are many beautiful attributes, of which one is a memory of experiences. And each and every time you have a positive or a negative experience, like a really big one, like let's say a birthday, for example, or the day you got married, things like that. That is what we call, it creates what we call a memory. So in other words, you may think to yourself, like, why don't I remember what I got in my 8th grade math test in the second semester? You don't remember that because it isn't that important, and it didn't create a memory. It was a short-term memory. You tend to remember huge events in your life that are positive or negative because you were physically, how do I say it? You were mentally changed. It was a big thing for you, whatever it was. Maybe the first time you got a car, you remember, oh my gosh, it was a blue, whatever it was. Or the first time you got a job, things like that. But you tend to remember really important things, not all of them, but many of them, whether they're good or bad. So, having said all that, to be able to move on from the narcissistic relationship, we're gonna have to do a bunch of things. One is we're gonna have to educate ourselves as much as we possibly can, each and every day. I'm not suggesting stay on YouTube and watch the videos 24 hours a day. I'm not doing that. But you will find, and please drop comments below if this resonates with you, you will find once you actually understand that you were with a narcissist, one of the first things you will do after you Google it and figure out the terms and you get that first light bulb moment, you're gonna go to YouTube and you're gonna watch as many videos as you possibly can. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. I personally believe it's great. I really do, because YouTube's free education, and it makes you understand that you're not alone, and that all the things that you were thinking about when you're in the narcissistic relationship, they were real, and they happen to other people, and there are many people on the planet like you. However, there are not many people that are getting the education that you are right now. So you need to think about that. The next thing you need to think about, like I mentioned, the path is not linear. It's not gonna be every day you get better, and then in X number of days, you did it, you're over it, it's accomplished. It's not like that. The way it works is you're going to have to figure out exactly who you are. You're going to have to identify exactly how you became involved in that narcissistic relationship. You're going to have to do a lot of introspection, a lot of figuring out exactly how high your boundaries were, if you had boundaries, why you gave to a fault, and I know you did that, and other things like why you gave so many chances, why you ignored the red flags, and I know you did that. There are many layers to this. There are many things that you will have to experience yourself. You see, like I mentioned, each one of us is on the path. We're just taking footsteps to education, enlightenment, and empowerment. We're all on the same path. There is no race. The whole idea is that you, think of it this way, when you were brought into this world, you were most likely brought in alone, unless you're a twin or a triplet or something. And that's the way you're gonna leave the planet. That's not being negative. That's just letting you know that although we're all together, we need to do things on our own. And it's difficult, I understand that. But that's why channels like mine and many others are around, to give you the education, to let you know that yes, you may be thousands of miles away from me where I physically am right now, or others on the channel, but we're all connected by what we've experienced, and more importantly, now we're all connected by this channel. So keep that in mind. Another thing you need to understand is you're gonna have to be very authentic with your emotions. You're gonna have to embrace them. You can't hide them. If you feel angry, maybe go in the bathroom and scream. If you feel happy, laugh. If you feel like crying, grab a pillow, hug it, and cry. Whatever it is, you probably have some emotional baggage from when you were younger. Maybe you healed it. I can't answer that. But there's a very good chance that one of the reasons you were with the narcissist was because of some emotional baggage. Something may have happened with you. Maybe you were codependent. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but what I can tell you is you certainly have some inner healing to do. If you didn't have it before you met the narcissist, you most certainly have it now. This is going to take time again. It's going to take your commitment, your dedication, and your devotion. You see, nobody cares about you the way you do. Certainly not the narcissist. They didn't care about you one bit. Otherwise, you would be in a healthy relationship. And we know there's no such thing as a healthy relationship with a narcissist. So that's another thing. The next suggestion, strong suggestion for you, is you're going to have to embrace people again. You're going to have to learn how to trust your instincts and your intuition and follow yourself. Well, why I said trust people is because eventually, when you're first putting the pieces of the puzzle together, most likely you didn't want to be around people. Most likely you wanted to be alone, which is exactly where the narcissist wanted you. They wanted you a shell of yourself, left alone, in the dark, fumbling around, in the fog, confused, not knowing which way is up or down, in or out. You've fought through that. You're understanding it, and you're becoming more and more awakened. But what you're going to have to figure out eventually is how to trust people again, but also trust your instincts and your intuition. And if there's peer pressure, and yes, I know that's kind of an old term, but peer pressure is real for human beings at any age. Now, when I think of peer pressure, I think of high school. That's because that was the popular term back then. Peer pressure happens with adults more often than you would think. It really does. So I'm suggesting for this video, don't succumb to peer pressure. Follow your instincts. Take your path. If everybody's going down one road and like this is the popular thing this year, the popular fad, or everyone's doing this, and you don't want to do it, don't do it. Do what makes you feel comfortable and whole and complete. Keep in mind, when you were with the narcissist, you lost yourself. You lost your identity. I know you did. You lost your being, your essence. What you did have was your love, your commitment, your kindness, and your soul, and your perseverance. All of the beautiful attributes, you have those, and you always have. And we want to get you back to your identity, which is one of the main focuses of this video. You see, your identity is very similar to your fingerprint. It's what makes you you. It's what makes you unique from me and everybody else on this planet. That is exactly how you are created, and it's exactly how you are. Nobody will ever be the way you are. It's impossible. We want you to get your identity back. You lost your identity with the narcissistic relationship, and there's a very good chance if you're having difficulty moving on, and you are on the healing path, bear in mind, that you probably still haven't found yourself. And I do mean that. To find yourself will take resilience and commitment and perseverance. It's going to take you really soul-searching and digging into yourself, introspecting, and trying to heal or search for any childhood issues or things that maybe you didn't quite resolve, and try and solve those. I will give you a real-life example right now, and I hope it benefits you. When I was on my path in the beginning, I figured all of this out on my own, and I had help, of course, from YouTube, but I was in my house alone, where I still am today. My point is this: I didn't think that I had childhood things I had to heal, but I did. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it was. It was my beautiful mother. My mother died when I was 15, and I never quite got over it, and I didn't realize it. I just didn't. I'll go into these details on a different video. The point is that took me until basically a year ago, 15 months ago, to address this, because I didn't grieve properly. I didn't understand, because I was at such a young, tender age. I didn't really understand what was going on. And throughout my childhood / teens, I experienced death many times. Uncles. I'm not going to go down this path. The point is, I had to figure it out, and I did. And I took about 3 weeks, sincerely, meditating, processing, thinking, turning all my devices off, introspecting, crying, and addressing all the love I had for my mom, and still do. And figuring out exactly why I'm here on this planet and why I went through this, and putting everything together. That's something only I could do. Now, yes, I could have paid a therapist a lot of money to have them figure that out for me. It probably would have cost me a lot of money, and who knows if they would have gotten down to the bottom of it. I don't know. It's nothing against therapists. I'm letting you know how I did what I did. And if you look back in time about a month and a half ago, you'll notice I created a video called "This One's for You, Uncle Tom." I strongly suggest you watch that after you watch this video. That will bring a lot of things to light, what I just talked about. The video was not about my mom. I haven't had the I will do a video about my mom when the time is right. But this video was about my Uncle Tom, who was my mom's brother. I strongly suggest you watch that, and you'll learn a lot after you watch this video. But what I'm explaining to you is, to move forward, you need to dig into yourself. You need to find your identity. You need to become yourself again. Just like your fingerprint won't change, your identity, you lost it, but you can get it back. And we want that. And after the narcissistic relationship, your identity will be so much more galvanized and so much stronger than you ever imagined. Once you actually heal properly, you will be amazed, I can assure you. You will be powerful. You will be graced with elegance, with fortitude, with light, with beauty. You will have so many things that you can't even imagine. The whole point of everything I'm telling you right now in this video is you will get there, but only you can take you there. You can watch all these videos you want, you can read books, go to therapists, all these things. This is going to take your commitment. And eventually you will move past the narcissist. Eventually you will get them out of your brain, and you will move forward, and things will get so much clearer for you. Bear in mind before I close the video, the path is not linear. Each and every one of us have a different path, a different length, a different duration. We have to go through different things. And you may have gone through some dark things. Maybe you have yet to go through some dark things. I don't know. I can't tell you that. What I can tell you, with the support of this channel and many others, and with the education you're getting, it should be basically priceless and invaluable, because you have us to lean on, and you have the community and many others. These are things that will get you through and get you to where you want to be. They really will. So I'm strongly suggesting to take your time. Don't be in a rush. Embrace your emotions. Process your thoughts. Understand if you have anything from the past. Maybe it's not childhood. Maybe it's something that happened, a couple of years ago. I don't know. But really focus on you. Don't focus on what you have to buy for groceries. Don't focus on where you're going tomorrow. Take a couple hours tonight and think about yourself. Think about everything you've gone through and experienced, and really dig down deep and say to yourself, wow, I never really thought about that. I never grieved that. I never grieved that, in my case, my mom's death properly. Or maybe in your case is you never quite got over something. I don't know what it was, but it's in there somewhere, I can assure you. It's in there. So when you do these things, you will find that each day you're going to feel lighter. You will feel better. You will feel more like yourself. Again, it's not like magic one pill and it's done. But if you keep practicing these things and spend a lot of time devoted to yourself, you will be amazed. I can assure you, you'll be amazed at the progress you see and how better you feel. I wanted to say this last thing before I close the video, and this is probably the second most important thing I can say about the video. You need to learn to forgive yourself. Play that again. You were in a narcissistic relationship. Maybe you had some other things from when you were younger. These are not your fault. You may have blamed yourself. You may have taken responsibility and just, you won't let yourself get off the hook. I am suggesting let yourself get off the hook. You're a human being. You're vulnerable to many things. After you recover and after you've healed properly from the narcissistic abusive cycle, my hope is you will be immune to narcissism. You will, because you'll have the tools and the skills and the fortitude. But right now, that's not where we are. Right now, we want to get you to that mountaintop, that pinnacle of indifference. We want to get you over the narcissist and over the relationship, and we want you to move forward. But in order to do these things, you need to give yourself a chance. Let yourself heal. Give yourself a big hug and say, yeah, you know what, Andrew's right. I deserve a break. I've been too hard on myself. I've been too difficult. Why I'm saying that is because that's what I did my whole life. I was always giving to a fault, and I was very difficult on myself. Very difficult. And I'm certain you were too. Please don't do that any longer. Take the education you're getting from my channel and understand you're beautiful. You're a human being. We make mistakes. Sometimes things don't go our way. But now you can do this, and you will do it. So my hope is you like the video. I loved doing it. From beautiful Costa Rica, this is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. God bless you. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Stay blessed. Remember, you're on the path. You're absolutely amazing. I can assure you, if you put the time in and you sincerely want to move forward, you will do it. I am living proof. You will do it. I'm sending you the biggest virtual hug of all time. All time. I love you. God bless you. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.